What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. And I just got one question, man. Who is out here doing it like us? We're posting every day. We're streaming every day. And not just streaming, but we are going to be hopping in tonight a redraft managed league for $300 as the buy-in so that you guys can get ready for your home league drafts this weekend and kind of see what is a draft board going to look like, and let me make the mistakes for you or show you what a good draft is going to look like. How are we tonight, man? We're out here. It's 10:30. It's late as hell, but we're out here. It's August. I am August. This is what we do. High stakes drafts, daily content. But all right, let's hop into this draft room. I will be honest. I had a plan to do the NFC tonight. That did not fill. So now we are in an RTS at the recommendation of our boy Henry Muto in the chat. I'm going to try and get this set up. This is maybe the most boomer site I've ever used. I'm going to try my best to not screw up. What pick did we get? We got the 3 spot. Okay, that's fun. We got the 3 spot. All right, we're in here. Let's get some rankings up here. Of course, as always, I appreciate you guys. We got everybody in here. We got Bull, the Knicks fan. We got JE in here. We got Rye Guy. What's up? What's up? Thought you might not get one tonight. Come on, man. Come on. If you look at the calendar and it's August, I will be going live. That's just how it works. If I'm breathing, if I have a pulse, I will be going live. That's just where we're at right now. Okay, so this is what the draft board. All right, so fellas, we're in one here. This is a boomer site, boomer draft board. Yesterday, I did not like how that draft went at all, so we are getting it back in blood today. I was gonna do a managed league regardless. So I imagine a lot of you guys have drafts Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend. So why not do a redraft managed league just to kind of see what a draft might look like? And we're going to be using my rankings over on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. You can find those in the description, in the comment section, or at the top of the live chat right now. They're my tiers, my targets, avoids, my rankings across the board, my target rounds for each player. That'll all be in that sheet. But how are we doing in terms of settings? It's going to be $300 buy-in, 2 flex, 2 running backs, or 2 flex, 2 wide receivers, full PPR, 6-point passing touchdowns. Use a hairbrush after washing your face, big dog? Nah, I just truly don't care enough. We got Kari Johnson in here. It dries in a couple of minutes, man. Like I promise you'll get over it. All right, let's get this the way that I want it to look. That is probably too much. All right, there we go. That should work. All right. So in a minute 30, I will say we are picking from the 3 spot here. I'm kind of tempted to go running back because we know this is going to be a really running back heavy room, and I might as well kind of take Bijan or Brees here, but I don't know. I also don't have a Tyreek Hill team. We'll kind of see how the board goes. I love this. Last time I watched a high stakes draft here, some clown took Kyle Pitts at pick 23. That was probably tight end premium. So I don't know, man. I cannot stand the dick measuring contest some of you guys do in this chat. Ron, would you take Garrett Wilson at 5? I wouldn't. I know it sounds enticing, but I would go one of McCaffrey, Lamb, Tyreek, Brees Hall, Bijan. You're guaranteed to get one of those 5. I don't think this is 3 minutes a pick. It's just counting down right now. The draft hasn't started yet. Pick 3 is sweet. All right. I'm with it. You said I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, the room was insane. You got some exposure to some guys you haven't had. Yeah, exactly. The redemption draft, we're in here. How is everybody doing? Oh, it's 4-point passing touchdowns. Okay, my bad. 4-point passing touchdowns. People want me to take Brees. We got Pionio. What's up? Minute 15 per pick. We're about to be in here. I'm going to pull up their ADP. So this draft is much slower than NFFC. This is going to kind of suck. We're going to be here for a while then, huh? What do you think at 3, Henry? We're going to go running back? I still think I might go Tyreek or Lamb. We'll see what gets here. He goes McCaffrey. Look at this draft board, man. This is real steel right here. There goes CeeDee Lamb. And we're just going to go Tyreek Hill. I don't have a Tyreek Hill team yet. You could have talked me into Bijan. Wow. Okay, that's loud. But I don't know. I don't have a Tyreek Hill team yet. Let's get an elite receiver. Why not? Why not let it fly? All right. There's our Tyreek Hill. Was debating Bijan because I haven't had a I don't have a Bijan team just yet, but again, I don't have a Tyreek Hill yet. Loud noises for the boomers. Yeah, the interface, I'm telling you, dude. If you want to draft with the boomers, you're gonna have to roll up your sleeve. 38 likes but 400 viewers. God damn. Get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. We're out here. Again, I honestly, the dream almost crumbled. I'll be honest. I tried to get into a 10 p.m. draft on the NFC, and then I was eyeing up FFPC, and then I saw RTS because I know Henry's been really saying you got to try one of these. It's a really running back heavy room. So I said, you know what? Let's try one for 10:30. And I almost thought it wasn't going to fill, and I was like, all right, we'll just hop on here and do an underdog draft, whatever. But here we are. Here we are. I'm also going to pull up in a second here. So I have ADP on my other screen. I do want to kind of look up I should probably know, but I'm going to look up the settings real quick, as funny as that may sound. I skimmed through them, but I do want to make sure I'm on top of this, just in terms of settings and the rules. So it is 20 rounds, 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex, fab waiver wire, 4 points for each passing touchdown. That's my bad for thinking that. I will say as well, I know we're getting super chats. I'll try to get to them, but ever so slightly preoccupied here. What is this, Henry? What does this flash mean? That maybe it was auto picked, or like he had that as a cue. Is there any other quirks I need to kind of be aware of? He was saying, so the league playoffs, you have 4 seeds. Playoffs begin week 14. So week 14 bye week is something we want to be aware of. In the event 2 or more teams are tied with the same win-loss record. All right. So week 14 is when the playoffs start. This is Space Jam's website. What do you mean? All right. So this draft is going to maybe take forever, but this is what we do it. This is what we do it for. I'm in here. We're here. Look, I'm lucky to be 23 and have a captive audience right now of 558. I don't have, a wife and kids. So we're at, wow, a 108 Saquon Barkley, folks. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. All right, so what do we got in here in terms of super chats? We got Ron. Would you take? Okay, I already answered that. I wouldn't take Garrett Wilson top 5. Keeper league, you could keep Tyreek round 1, Brees round 3, McBride last round. I don't have your 4th and 5th round picks. Would you take Hurts or a wide receiver running back at 205? I would personally keep McBride in the last round, not worry about tight end, and then I probably wouldn't take Hurts in the 2nd round. If you don't have a 4th or 5th round pick, you're kind of in a really tough spot, to be honest. But yeah, I wouldn't take a quarterback there. I would start building out the rest of the team. What do you guys think of that Saquon pick? $2010 ass site. That's pretty much. This is where we're at. You use it for a touchdown only NFL playoffs format? Hell yeah, dude. Why are you drafting on Microsoft Excel? Been a Patreon subscriber for over a year now. Thanks for hard work. Hell yeah, dude. And we'll probably get a little bit. I mean, I upgrade. Wow, and there's Jahmyr Gibbs. I do update the rankings. Like I try to do it daily. I did a little bit of a small tweak today, but I didn't like put out a notification. Like if I just like tweak like 5 players, I don't feel like sending something out. But tomorrow I'll do a small tweak because I do want to remove like dude Deshaun Watson. I don't know if you guys saw that news, but Deshaun Watson's like. There's quotes coming out that like his arm isn't right and they're resting him already. I'm done drafting Deshaun Watson, but that doesn't make me want to move down the Browns, specifically like Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, because if Jameis Winston plays, that's a good thing for us. He's going to air it out. He's going to beat Jameis, throw picks, throw touchdowns. So I wouldn't be too scared about the pass catchers, but Deshaun Watson is no longer like a late-round QB target by any means for me. What was the buy-in? $300. I think it's like $500,000 to first place, like in the overall tournament. You kind of like the board look? I kind of like that it's, you know. That's an auto pick setting? Okay. No, it's not a $500,000. It's $500,000 to first place. $300 buy-in. There goes Garrett Wilson, A.J. Brown. I look on T this year. I really like him. 201 Travis Etienne, fellas. All right. This is much different than where we were at last night. That's all I'll say. Bijan at 6 is a bit high. I disagree. Like I mentioned in my breakout running backs video, Bijan to me doesn't qualify as a breakout running back, but I'm trying so much to talk about Bijan because this is a sentiment that is shared with a lot of people right now of I can't draft Bijan in the first round, and I think it's silly. Why do the high stakes draft always look like a draft from 2009? It's just the beauty of the game, man. Last day of work before your vacation where you draft like 50 teams. Be honest, did you name yourself established? Maybe. Maybe. That's 100% what I did. I'm locking in. We're going to lock in. We're going to try our best. What's the buy-in? $300. I feel like I'm gonna scroll down here. I'm gonna sort of miss what you guys are saying here. How many high stakes do you usually win? A good chunk. I think we won like 5-ish last year. It's really about winning. It's really not even about winning. It's really about making it to the overall sprint. But we're going to definitely lock in like, I don't know, last year I did like 25 of these. This year I'm aiming for more like 15, 16. My absolute max would be 20, but I don't want to get there yet. You shouldn't have to wait forever to pick. I mean, you kind of do. These timers are a little slow, is really all I can say. Why so running back hungry? I mean, look at the interface, man. This is an old man's website. Not third round reversal, no. You would have killed that 12 in this draft? Yeah, 12 in this draft would have been fun, man. We would have gotten A.J. Brown and Puka, man. That would have been sick. Super chat from Derek Brown. 0.25 per carry league. Running back, or running back wide receiver like Wilson or Brown first pick, then running back. This is a tough question to answer. You pick at 10. I would just take the best value. I've got to be honest, even in a point per carry league, if one of Bijan, Brees, or McCaffrey aren't there in the first round, I'm largely taking receiver. Wow, I'm telling you guys, this is the crazy part about Marvin, is even on these boomer sites, even on ESPN, they're all very much fine drafting Marvin Harrison Jr. in the early second, or like mid-second. I just find it fascinating. So there goes Devontae and Puka. There goes Achane. Damn it, I would have loved Achane. All right, I got a couple of ideas here. So Achane goes. I would have honestly been down to take Achane even with Tyreek Hill. I know I got that question earlier today of like, would you take Achane next to Tyreek? I probably would. It's just a high-scoring offense. I like both players. There goes London. Damn, I would have loved London. Surprised Derrick Henry hasn't gone yet. I got to be honest, if Pacheco doesn't go here, you could talk me into Pacheco. And there goes Pacheco. All right. All right, so We will not be taking a running back here. I don't want to take. I'm trying to cool off on Nico. Next best available players are Derrick Henry, Olave, Debo, Nico, Cup. Let's go Cup, man. I don't have a Cup team yet. I think I'm fine taking Cup in the second. Yeah, I haven't gotten a Cup team yet. Why not? Alright, I'm turning my sound off. I don't know what the hell is going on there. I don't know how you guys are going to like that pick. So click the next two search. Goes Derrick Henry, Debo, Pittman. It seems like people wanted Olave. I don't know. I already have an Olave team. Yeah, thank God. I don't want Olave. You could talk me into Nico here, but again, I already have so much Nico and Texans. Man, I kind of want to get weird here. No, we're going to do it. We haven't taken him yet. I'm trying to just collect players I haven't taken yet. And even on this site, his ADP over the last 3 days is like right next to Cooper Kupp. We are going to go with Malik Neighbors. I haven't got Neighbors in a while. He's somebody who's been going like late second in these NFC drafts. I'll never get him there. I already have so much Nico. I'm getting L picks in chat. It's all good. I'll show you guys. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know that you guys care about the ADP, but here's the ADP over the last 3 days. Olave's here. Nico. I mean, like, Nico's right here. Neighbors is right here. Neighbors is ahead of Waddle. We already had Tyreek. Ayuk is all the way down here. People do not like the Neighbors pick. I promise. I just showed you the ADP. He wasn't coming back, man. This is the last 3 days. I promise he wasn't coming back. These are 3 players I haven't drafted yet. Nothing like if Pacheco came back, I would have debated it. We'll take a stab at running back eventually. We're just gonna kind of run a 0 RB team here. We'll see. We'll pick our spots. I didn't feel like anything there really made sense. You know, knowing what we know now, maybe we should have gone Bijan, but I think Tyreek is still a smash pick. We'll have our chance to take Bijan at like 105, 106 later on this summer. We're getting Neighbors pick was awfuls in the chat. W pick, I love the start. I like it too, man. This is fun. This is fun. We like sadly, I mean, I keep getting like slightly bummed out that we never get like crazy value to come to us, right? Like we never, you know, if we got the 12 spot, we could have started AJ Brown, Puka, been stoked about that. If we started from this spot, we could have gotten Jefferson and Puka and been stoked about that. If London made it back to us, that would have been really fun. I don't know what happens. I mean, this is why we do so many, you know, 15, 16, 17, 18, to get that 1 in 20 draft that just gives you crazy value. But I think we may do with where we're at. Rachaad White, Jacobs is gone now. Remember, this is 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, so it's going to be hard to draft too many wide receivers, I think. Or not hard to draft too many, but we're nowhere near, you know, we can still take 3 wide receivers until round 10, and I would feel fine about that. Should have out-boomered them and went Rachaad White. So that's our first Malik Neighbors team. That's fun. That's fine by me. You know, in these high-stakes drafts, we're never going to get the home league price. I doubt in my home league I'll even get the home league price because all my home league buddies watch my own videos, which is nonsense, but just how it goes. So I don't know. If you're out there and you have a home league coming up, have fun with the generational discount on Malik Neighbors, but I don't think I'll be able to enjoy it. And we still have Nico Collins on the clock. Again, I would love Nico, but I think if we stay patient, right, I already have a ton of him. If we stay patient, he's going to end up being a value for us in these, like, certain rooms. We've gotten him in the third before. All right, so running backs are flying. Again, we'll take our stab eventually. It just, I don't think a running back made sense. I think you could have talked me into Bijan, but this is where we're at. People are saying Neighbors is fine. Where'd you get that ADP last 3 days? I just went to, there's like just on the homepage, if you go to, I think you can go to like football, and then it's like ADP / like AAV. And then I just went to the last 3 days of ADP. There goes Laporta. Waddle still hanging around. In terms of, like, best players available by ADP right now, we're looking at, I mean, Nico, and then he goes. All right, good pick. We got a super chat or two that I haven't answered yet, huh? Damn it, Joe. Joe gave me a super chat but didn't say anything. Do I have to go back to super chat and see if you said something underneath it? God damn it, man. Let's see. I don't know. If somebody sees him say something, let me know. For now, it seems like he kind of just gave that super chat. I taught you how to find the ADP for the last 3 days. Hell yeah. And there goes Ayuk. Boomer at 204. Thought it was Marvin Harrison Sr. I do appreciate that super chat and just saying something funny. All right, so there's Ayuk, Waddle. Wow, the 12 spot would have been really fun, man. Let's see. How deep are the benches? It's a 20 round draft. Boomers are certainly boomerang. We gotta play this room correctly right now. Crazy how bottom tier this UI is. Hill Cup Neighbors is nice. That's what I'm saying. It feels fun. Yeah, 312 Waddle, 401 Ayuk is. I mean, I'll give him the respect there. That's sweet. And you could have AJ Brown, Puka, Nico. Yeah, it stings. It stings. Sucks how unlucky we've been getting. Yeah, it does. It does. But you know, that's why I do so many. We're gonna get lucky. We did our first high stakes draft we did this summer. We did get a like 309 A-Chan. Like we're gonna find ourselves in spots. I'm trying my hardest. I'm surprised Mike Evans is a boomer receiver that the boomers like, I feel like. In terms of best running back available, it's like Joe Mixon. Trying to think of like the running backs that we're actually going to be comfortable drafting. Where are they usually going? Mixon's ADP is like 43. Ramondre's 53. Yeah, this might just be, we might just do like a pure 0 RB, man. I don't know. Like if I was going to take a running back early, it would have been early Bijan, or it would have been like A-Chan or Kyron or one of these guys here. But they already took the dead zone backs I like taking. They already took. If Mixon somehow makes it back to us, you could talk me into it. You could maybe talk me into a round 4 Mixon. See what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. All right, so Josh Allen is gone. We're gonna get like some crazy values at receiver too. So I don't want to be hesitant to take like tight end or quarterback value either. Is Kamara gone yet? No. I would like if a boomer could take Kamara. That would be sick. We don't have any juicy stacks really lined up here. I will say if Jalen Hurts made it back, I would give him a strong look. McBride, Kincaid are also interesting. Mark Andrews, Lamar at this turn. So no disrespect, I don't ever remember having your streams having 1K viewers. No, me neither. This is also part of the reason that I'm tempted to do these high stakes streams because you guys love them. And if you're going to reward me with 1,000 live viewers in here, then who am I, man? who am I to not draft these teams? There goes DJ Moore. It is nice though that we have a ton of time to make sure I'm up to date. Rashee Rice's ADP is kind of heinous on here as well. There goes McBride. I'm thinking we're going to take a tight end at this turn because I don't think we're going to like a running back here. I don't know, man. You could talk me into Mixon. There goes Hurts. What do you guys think? If Mixon gets back to us here, you got Delworthy 7-8 turn. If Mixon gets back, we'll give him a long, hard look. If you take Mixon, I'll unsub. There goes McLaurin. There goes Mahomes. Am I an idiot or is Devontae Smith still hanging around? Yeah, we're going to go Devontae Smith, man. I know it's like, man, you keep taking receiver. But I can't sit here and look you guys in the face and take anything but Devontae Smith here. So we're going to take him there. And now we have receiver through our flex spot. His ADP, even on the site, is pick 37. We just got him at, what, like 46? So nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. He is a 4th-round pick on here. But we will take that. That wasn't early enough for me to justify a tight end over him. It would have certainly have been fun to set up the Andrews-Lamar thing. But I just don't think it was in the cards. All right, there goes Mixon. I was going to say, if Mixon made it back, we were going to really give him a long, hard look there. Let's see. I think Kamara still... I'm not going to take Kamara, but maybe one of these guys might. I think this is going to be potentially tight end. We'll see what this guy does in terms of tight ends. There goes Kamara. Because I have a bunch of receivers I like, but now we filled our starting lineup and we know we're going to have 2 receivers later on that we really like. So I'm very tempted to go tight end here. I know. Everybody wants a wide receiver here. I'm telling you, we're going to like the receivers later. I think it has to be Andrews or Kincaid. There goes Amari Cooper. We're going to go Kincaid. Usually I'd honestly go Andrews over him, but we're really going Kincaid for the sole reason that, I mean, it's a tiebreaker. Andrews has his bye week in week 14, and this is a format where your playoffs are week 14. So if I have two players similarly ranked in my head, I'm going to take the one who doesn't have a week 14 bye week. I'm curious what Henry thinks about that, but that's just kind of where my head is at. I don't know. I could, like, Rashee Rice was nice. T. Higgins was nice. Tank Dell was nice. I'm telling you, we're going to come back around in, like, round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and love receiver at every single pick. So it's tough. I know. I promise, as a guy who loves receivers myself, it was tough to not just take Rashee Rice there. But I don't know. It's just kind of the way that we made our bed here. We're going to like what we have later on. Smart move. I tried to explain to Ship Chasers what you just said about bye week. They looked at me like I was crazy to speak such things. Yeah, I don't know. You can definitely be like, you know what, I'm gonna play for the overall prize. Screw bye weeks. But if it's a tiebreaker thing, all right, we got a super chat here with your RPs. I know you guys aren't gonna like them. You guys aren't gonna like the running backs. I know. All right, so we got a super chat. Let me get to it. Ignore my super message, shake my head. I promise I will, like, just to make it clear, the super chats don't pay the bills. This is a $300 draft. And the super chat is $5. It's just it's just in terms of priority here. I'll get to them. I promise I won't miss any, but I'm not going to get to them right away. 11th pick keeper league. 7 of the top 14 wide receivers are kept. Am I crazy for going running back, wide receiver so depleted, my bad. I think it would come down to, let me know. I mean, this is why it's tough. Now your message is going to get lost here. But when you guys do these super chats, let me know, like, what's the format in terms of, like, what's your starting lineup? How many receivers? How many flex spots? I'm also curious, like, which of the top 14 picks or wide receivers are available. I imagine in an 11th, if you're picking in the 11th spot, if none of the top 8 guys come back to you, right? So, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra, Jefferson, Wilson, A.J. Brown, Puka to me. Those are the top 8. If none of those guys come back to you, then you can take running back. Personally, I'm not a Derrick Henry guy, but if that's your vibe, you certainly can. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like if you're a Derrick Henry guy, I don't know if you really want my advice on what I'd do there, but I don't know. It's tough. I like Achane. I don't know. I mean, it's tough in a keeper league. I guess it's going to be depleted, but Achane, I love Achane, but him at the 111 feels kind of disgusting. I don't know, but I'm assuming if 7 of the top 14 wide receivers are kept, there's probably a lot of keepers. All right, so let me get back to where I'm at here. Bud just doesn't admit it. He doesn't care about his most loyal viewers donating money to him. I don't ask for the donations. YouTube takes a huge percentage of it. The true people that are the most loyal viewers to the channel are on the Patreon. The Patreon link is here. It's in the live chat. I feel like that's pretty clear. Those are the people that I prioritize and I message and I give rankings to. The super chat's just a feature that I haven't figured out how to turn off, to be real with you, man. And this guy, if he's asking me about Derrick Henry, he's probably not really even a loyal viewer. He's probably more just stopping by and wants my advice. All right, so DeAndre Swift went. I don't know. I feel like that's a crazy thing to say. I don't care about my most loyal viewers. If that guy's taking Derrick Henry as a second running back in the early second, I don't know that he is a loyal viewer. All right, there goes Lamar, Swift. Just signed up for the Patreon. Perfect. Like, I'm telling you, it's literally like a lot of times people spend more in Super Chats than the Patreon. You can always just sign up for the Patreon, cancel, and you just get 1 month of, you can get my rankings and everything that you want, and that's perfect. Like me taking time away from answering comments and drafting, you're just not going to get my best advice with the Super Chat. And I say it in probably every stream, you know? So again, if you're giving me Super Chats, I don't know if you're the most loyal. I appreciate it. It's your hard-earned money, but I never asked for it. All right, so we took Kincaid. I'm trying to get everything updated here. I do appreciate it as well. We got, what, 1150 people in here? Jeez, dude. Leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. My goodness, that's a lot of people. We're going to need a game plan at running back. We'll see what comes back to us. I have a couple of ideas. Richardson goes. I know somebody asked earlier of a question like, Richardson looked bad in preseason. Do we care? Not really. Not really. He's going to start every game. If he's bad, it's going to be like Justin Fields bad, where he's bad, but he plays all the games and he scrambles a ton and he scores a lot of fantasy points. So I'm not all that concerned about the, pick six or whatever. And he was throwing to like Kylan Granson or somebody. All right, I think we're all caught up. Mari Cooper's gone. Christian Kirk in this format where it's so running back heavy. I mean, that's crazy, but respect. I went mainstream. You're from Italy and you're doing fantasy football. Can you give me a video with an easy strat to follow? 10-man full PPR. I honestly think the early round draft strategy video I just put out, I actually covered 10-man leagues at the end of that video. I would watch that one. All right, there's Rashee Rice. T. Higgins is gone. Over 1K in the basement? Yeah, dude, it's been wild, dude. You guys go crazy in here. Just found you this season. Your fantasy content is top 2, not 2. Thank you, man. I do appreciate that. All love. Didn't mean to get you in trouble. Been watching your videos the past 2 years. Henry scoring 20 touchdowns this year. Okay. All right. My bad. I'll give you that. You can have your player preferences. I just don't want it to come off like I'm ungrateful. I truly am grateful. We have over 1,000 in here, which is crazy. It's like I'm just not... Like, Super Chat just isn't a main source of my revenue. So me not prioritizing it all the time isn't like me not showing you guys love. It's just that I tell you guys every stream, there's better ways to get access to me. That's all it is. All right, there goes Chris Godwin. We get another Super Chat. You're buying Patreon and Super Chatted equals I'm average. Have watched you for years. Thanks for all the hard work. I do appreciate that. I thought you were going to ask a question about your team. Yeah, exactly. It was like an option route with Kylan Granson. It was a miscommunication. I'm not I'm not all that concerned, I know that he got chirped in practice and people sort of ran with that as well. I'm not going to run with that. That was actually really good value on Ramondre that he just got there. It is funny, too, how like the Boomers like certain receivers and not others. Like, we just saw... Like, George Pickens over Rashee Rice and T. Higgins feels kind of crazy. Even though I talked him up today. I do like George Pickens, but... There goes Zamir White. Huh. Trying to think through what we're going to do here. There goes Flowers. That's a good pick. I have like a couple of ideas in my head of how I want this to go. Damn, I was gonna give David Montgomery a long hard look. I'll tell you that much if he made it back. Wow, and there goes Devontae. All right, we're just getting squeezed right out of receiver or out of running back. That's fine though. We don't fold. We don't waver. Wow, I wanted Tank Dell bad there, man. All right, so we're squeezed a little bit here. Squeezed a little bit. Squeezed a little bit. Let's think. This guy going to take his first receiver off the board? Huh. My first thought was Tank Dell and then set up the Stroud stack. Wow, and there's a Devin Singletary pick. This is what we're gonna do. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this. I mean, this feels rich for round 6, but I just have to do it. We'll see what you guys think. This is rich for round 6, but I think it has to happen in this room with the way that running back has fallen. It's rich. It's rich. I can't believe we're doing it. But Najee Harris, come on down, baby. Come on down, Najee Harris. We have the Jalen Warren injury. I'm starting to really like Najee. He'll be our RB1 in this build. He, to me, like the last running back in a tier that I wasn't that crazy about. It frees us up to kind of take more receivers here as well if we'd like to. God, Keenan Allen's still out there. I don't want anything to do with Keenan Allen if I'm being completely honest with everybody. And now we're in a spot with receivers where, like, no, we're going to like the receivers that come back to us. When does Kyler go in these? He goes late, huh? What do you guys think after this, though? What do you guys think after this? Like, Stroud is my highest ranked player, but in a 4-point passing touchdown, unstacked Stroud in a tournament setting. There goes Jordan Love. Quarterbacks seem to kind of go late in these. Keenan Allen is out there, but I'm not taking Keenan Allen. I can't do Keenan Allen. Actually, I know what I'm doing. People are saying get your running backs. I don't know. I don't like any of the running backs that are available right now. Like, we'd be looking at, like, you could talk me to Jonathan Brooks in this build, and we bet on being able to hit on receivers later, but round 7 for Brooks feels rich. There goes Ingram. All right, we're gonna take our value here and probably get Worthy. I think that this just has to be Worthy. We just take the best player on the board. So round 7 Worthy is actually pretty damn good value. How far down the board is he? I like can't find him. We're gonna end up with so much Xavier Worthy this year, man. Like, we're gonna have so much Xavier Worthy, dude. I like where we're at. And we did this guy pretty dirty with that. I won't lie. We did this guy pretty damn dirty. Zero wide receivers. He had Mahomes to Worthy on a silver platter here. Damn, it's really got my government name on here. God damn it. It's really got Ronald up there. Need to dial it back on Worthy? Nah. See, this is what's so funny, man, is I get so... Wow, and he takes Jordan Addison as his wide receiver 1. I mean, good on you. This is what's so funny. I get so much heat where it's like you care about ADP too much. Just get your guys. And I get my guys, and I draft them often, and now it's like you have too much of this guy. You have too much of this guy. It's like, look, I'm not going to have hundreds of these teams. I think fundamentally 7th round Xavier Worthy is hilariously mispriced if he's a full-time receiver in a Chiefs offense. And we already have a team built here where we have Tyreek Hill, Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Smith through the flex. Like, I mean, Worthy, we don't need him to start in week 1 or anytime soon. And he was my highest ranked player, not CJ Stroud. And in a tournament setting, I do want my quarterback to be stacked. I know that a lot of you guys are going to say, well, quarterback stacks don't matter. They don't matter, this, that. In this setting, they do. And when we take 4 straight receivers like this, we kind of just want to shoot for maximum upside anyways. There goes Pollard. Get an RB, LOL. We're gonna, dude. It's a 0 RB team. It's gonna be fine. I promise. I promise. We're gonna land this plane. We're gonna land the plane. No, it's not best ball. This is a managed league. Yeah, the thing about 0 RB is like the worst thing you can do in 0 RB is to like pussy out of it and be like, oh shit, like I need a running back now, and then you're not worrying about your flex. Like Worthy's us trying to strengthen the flex spot. And trying to build this the correct way. It's getting ever so slightly chilly in the basement, I'll be honest. See if we can get this room to start taking receivers now, which is funny. Can we start taking receivers? Round 7, Keenan Allen. It's like funny enough is like probably kind of where he should be going. Let's see. Well, I'm confident we'll land this plane. End up trading with that guy. There's no trades in these. Ronnie boy, what's up, Brock? You make your account today, or did you already have one? I made it today, I think. Either today or like this week I made it. Why'd you take a 5th wide receiver when you don't have a quarterback or RB2? Because my perspective on fantasy football is that RB2 you can fill off of waivers, right? You're going to have handcuffs, injury happens, a lot of these running backs up top are going to get hurt, and then my running back 2 is going to get stronger. And then quarterback, you can kind of just wait on it late. Like, I think one of the worst ways to play fantasy football is just like filling out your starting lineup before anything else. You should really be focusing on the flex. Like a lot of people, and this is a RotoViz concept, the idea of racing to fill the flex of the biggest advantage you could stack over your opponents is a position like the flex. A lot of people see, oh, it's the flex. I'll stick my low-end RB2 in the flex, or this is wide receiver 3 in the flex. No, you want to have your flex be one of the strongest parts of your team. And those low leverage positions like quarterback and running back 2, guys that you can kind of are replaceable, you can get off of waivers late in your draft. So those are the guys you kind of want to wait on. But that's not to say that I don't take RB2 before I fill my flex. But just in this build here, I would rather make sure my flex is a monster before taking an RB2, because my RB2 is going to be weaker than everybody else's. So instead of just folding and saying, you know what, screw it, I'm going to sort of succumb to this pressure and fill RB2, instead, I'm going to make the rest of my team stronger than everybody else. My flex is going to be the strongest in this league, and I will just kick the can down the road, say, my RB2 will be the worst in this league, but as injuries happen, my running back 2 is only going to get better. And then on top of that, I have a rookie receiver here, which we know performed better at the end of the season, and my flex is going to get better as well. And we're building a team that by week 10, 11, 12 in the playoffs, nobody's going to want to see. Not to I don't know, not to ramble there, but that's I'm trying to because I do get a lot of comments like that, and I'm not. I'm trying my best not to answer in a condescending way. Like I do think that it is a teaching moment because I do see that all the time, and I think that it is your natural inclination when you just start out with fantasy football. You kind of want to fill your starting lineup first and then worry about bench later. When I think that's probably building your team in the wrong way, just based on what we know, position by position. Wow, what a dude! Stroud in the 8th. That's pretty sweet. Deontay has not gone yet. Jake Ferguson goes there, huh? There goes Deontay. We called it. And he takes Raheem Mostert at that turn. Whoa. Whoa, somebody got a backseat. Wow, somebody got a backseat in there. All right. Respect, man. I'm telling you guys, we see that all the time. I don't agree. You said you need to play the percentage and reduce exposure to any one player, no matter the value. I don't agree. Flattening your exposure isn't how you win $500,000 to first place. If Xavier Worthy goes nuts, you're going to look up in week 10 and you're going to look at your teams where I'm at, right, where I'm playing like 15 different teams, and I'm going to say, man, I want Xavier Worthy on all of these teams. And you're going to be bummed if you said, you know what, instead of Xavier Worthy there, I'm going to take Jaden Reed, and then maybe Jaden Reed's not as good, and, you know, every season is a simulation that only happens once, and you have to be kind of aggressive to win it all. Yeah, in hindsight, I do agree. In hindsight, Brees or Bijan at 3 probably would have been the play. Cup was the worst pick. Who should I have taken over Cup? Oh, I'm going to land this plane all right. 0 RB, I think it's still viable in half PPR. I know it makes people squeamish, but as long as you can start 4 wide receivers to 2 running backs, I think that it's viable. But I think you should only do it if the room forces you to do so. And that's what happened here. If Pacheco made it back to me, I would have given him a long, hard look. If Achane got back to me, I would have taken him. Kyron gets back to me, I would have taken him. I did not go into this draft saying I'm going to do 0 RB. This is 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. No, Mudo doesn't care when I call people boomers. Why Worthy over Reed? I just think more upside. He's gonna run probably as many routes as Reed. I mean, Reed is good, but Worthy was a really special prospect, fastest player. I mean, it's kind of simple brained, but best quarterback in the league, fastest wide receiver ever, and it's not a John Ross kind of fastest wide receiver ever. He's a legit good prospect who had 60 plus catches, 900 plus yards, and 12 touchdowns as a true freshman. So pretty good. Oh, so he didn't mean to take Stroud. I did not catch that. There goes Sutton. So JSN's off the board. After this turn, I'll get to some super chats as well. Sutton's off the board. JSN's off the board. Lad McConkey's off the board. Huh. gotta be honest, like, I think I probably take. I have a couple of options here. I don't think I can do another Jalen Warren and Najee Harris team together. I already did one of those with Jacob. I really don't feel like building that again. And I think that there is legit reason to be a little bit spooked off of the Jalen Warren injury stuff. I really just hope I didn't miss this player already getting taken. This is what we're going to do. It's not going to feel super pretty, especially knowing some of the receiver value that's on the board. But I think we're gonna get some guys that we like later on. We are going to take Tyjae Spears here. Again, I know Jalen Warren is up there, and I know that he's tempting. But with Najee, I'm just not all that tempted to do it. Now here's the true decision, fellas. Rome Odunze's on the board, but his ADP is pick 105 on here. You know, like Brian Thomas is even lower than that, I think. Yeah, Brian Thomas is 110. So now we have. All right, so this guy took Warren. We're going to come back around. We're going to have a choice of Stroud and Kyler Murray, who to me are like the last two like elite quarterbacks. And when we're talking about, I mean, Dak is still out there. But how many, I mean, what, we got one team without a quarterback. So one, two, three teams without a quarterback. This guy took Purdy. Alrighty. Yeah, for me, it's going to be, if he gets back to us, it will be Kyler over Stroud. The tiebreaker there will just be that Stroud has week 14. In terms of bye week, again, that's just a small tiebreaker for me. It does sting to not have any correlation at all. I'm trying to think through of like what I could even do. I mean, with Kyler, I guess I could like set up Trey Benson late. There goes Keon Coleman. Forget ADP, man. Just get Rome. Sure, but like I would like an elite quarterback. I mean, there goes Dak. Yeah, we're gonna go with Kyler. Again, in this, just like the way that we built this team, like if we're going to punt running back, we need to be really strong everywhere else. So I think that we just have to be strong at quarterback with Kyler. I already have so much Rome. There's plenty of other receivers on the board that I still like. In a 4-point passing touchdown league as well. I think Kyler just has to happen. I don't know. Maybe Kyler makes it back. Yeah, we're going to go Kyler. I don't want to get locked out of quarterback, fellas. I don't. We took 4 straight receivers. Imagine not taking Stroud. I mean, it's 4-point passing touchdown and then also playoff start in week 14. Playoff start in week 14. CJ Stroud's bye week is week 14. I already have a ton. All right, there goes Odunze. I mean, Odunze would have been nice, but again, I already have a lot of these worthy Odunze teams together. I feel like I keep on getting why not Stroud. I feel like I explained that. So I don't know. We'll see what comes back. It's not going to be anything crazy in terms of receiver value, but I feel like we built the team well to the point where we don't really, I don't know, I'm not. And there goes Brian Thomas. Yeah, so we're going to miss out on the receiver value. So that stings. But again, I just don't know that this team needed. Like, if we came back and, you know, the quarterback we were left with, I don't know, the 2v2 is going to be Kyler. and like a running back here versus like it's going to be Kyler, a running back, and then like an upside rookie receiver later, or Brian Thomas, Odunze, one of those two. We'll see. I don't know. I have some regrets. I do wish maybe we took Rome or Brian Thomas there. You know, if we could do it again, maybe I take Rome there. But I don't know. Getting locked out of quarterback would have sucked. Yeah, that's the thing. We could have gone like Daniels or Caleb, but again, with a 0 RB team, I don't know. Yeah, I do agree. And now we can kind of do whatever we want. Because I don't know. I guess you could talk me into like in a 4-point passing touchdown league, like maybe you're more likely to getting, you know, somebody off of waivers you can start every week, but I'm fine with it. We're super balanced. We're strong everywhere. I don't think we needed to do receiver there. I think we're going to still get some receivers later that we really like as well. So we'll take it. It sucks that we had to pass on really good value there, but I just couldn't do it. Is this guy going to get a backseat as well for autoing Stroud? We'll see. Is somebody going to take Stroud? Is this guy going to get his pick back? Draft is unpaused. That was at 11:17. We'll see if that guy meant to make that pick, Stroud. Who knows? The fuck is a backseat? It's when someone says that they screwed up their pick and then they rewind it. All right, there goes Stroud and Jaden Daniels. That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. We might have even gotten locked out of Caleb. I don't know. Like this team, these two teams at the turn. If one of them take Caleb, then I think that we went the right direction. It's just, you know, you can't have it all. Round nine Rome is super tough to pass on. I'll be honest though. There goes Daniels. There goes Zach Moss. We took Spears, and Joku goes off the board. Somebody take Hopkins? Yeah. So Hopkins is gone. Jameson Williams is still hanging around. Who's you could talk me into him if we wanted to go that route, but probably going to hammer a bunch of running backs here as well. This kind of opens us up. Like now, you know, we have Kyler, we have Kincaid. We can kind of just hammer whatever running backs we want to at this point. I was gonna say too, I didn't check off Austin Eckler. I was kind of shocked for a second. I was like, "There's no way that Eckler's still around." I think Marquise Brown is still hanging out there too as well. I want to see what's next up in terms of ADP right now. Marquise Brown, did he go yet? No, I don't really want Marquise Brown, but just trying to see best available right now. Damn, there goes Benson. I would have loved Trey Benson. That would have been fun. So Trey Benson's gone. Blake Corum is gone. Zach Moss is gone. Ford is gone. Ford is a fun pick. Chubb is gone as well. Warren, Chase Brown. I think that we're about up to date here. All right, we got some super chats here that I've been sleeping on, I think. Uh, we got your. This is a 3 wide receiver, 2 flex, picking at the 109. Oh, and you already did the draft. You went Jefferson, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Debo, DeAndre Swift, Najee Harris, Kittle, Rashi Rice, Mostert, Rome, Darnell, Mooney, Purdy, Chuba Hubbard, Goddard. I mean, you crushed it. My really only nitpick would just be, I'm trying to see. Brown, Metcalf, Debo, Rice, Rome. Yeah, that's tough. 3 wide receiver, 2 flex is going to be tough to make sure you have wide receivers through the flex plus another 1 or 2. But, I think you got as close as you could. I was going to say, like, Darnell Mooney feels weird there, but I kind of see what you're doing. I would have maybe gone with a rookie wide receiver over Mooney, but I think you're probably fine there. But yeah, that looks like a fun team. I didn't catch who you got at quarterback, though. We want you to do rankings for our league preseason. What tier level on Patreon should I buy? What do you mean we? I have rankings on the Patreon, just like the $8 tier has my top 200 cheat sheet. I think that's kind of what you are asking, I believe. Super chat from Obsessed Car Dealing. Hell yeah. First time listener will follow. You don't suck. Thank you. I do appreciate that. That's actually a sick super chat. Half PPR, 1 flex, Hall, H-Chan, and then Drake, Nico, or Cup. For me, I have that ranked Nico, Drake, Cup. Too ballsy to go Cup 2-3 turn, Brees, Hero, RB. No, we just took Cooper Cup at the 2-3 turn ourselves. And I've been wanting to get a piece of him. Pause if needed, but he's somebody a lot of sharp guys have been talking up recently. I know Sean Siegel over at RotoViz kind of I'm not doing it as well, but it's decent. It's interesting perspective. He thinks that Cup should be ranked ahead of Puka Nacua in fantasy football. I don't think that's honestly crazy talk. I personally wouldn't, but again, like I said, I don't think it's crazy talk. Damn, Rico goes. We're hanging on for dear life with some running backs left in like a tier that's kind of dwindling right now as we speak. There goes Marquise Brown. All right, I was hoping somebody took him. Somebody took Sutton already for sure, yeah. Surprised nobody's taken Zeke. Wow, round 10, Xavier Legette. All right. I will tip my cap to you. All right, now it's time to lock in. There goes Marquise Brown. So Caleb is still hanging around. I guess a 2v2 would have been Roma Dunze and then stacking him to Caleb. That could have maybe been cool. Damn it. Thinking back on it, I kind of wish I did that. Take Rome, stack him to Caleb back here, but whatever. I didn't want to risk it too much there. And again, I think we're already pretty loaded at receiver. That's just kind of a hindsight 2020 kind of thing. But this is also my first draft on this site. We're learning. We're learning how these boards are gonna go. Oh damn, okay, Caleb was never gonna and he did the fucking Rome to Caleb thing. God damn it. I'll tip my cap to you, bud. I'll tip my cap. That's slick. God damn it. I do wonder if he would have taken Caleb if he didn't have Rome. That's kind of the big question. All right, I have a guy that I would sprint to take right now. We'll see if this guy who can't stop taking running backs takes him. There goes Zeke. All right, we're going to take Charbonnet. Yeah, give me Sharb. That's a fun pick. Caleb's gone. There goes Khalil Shakir. Hey, we got Kyle's money in here. What's up? Dang. I do kind of wish I did the Rome thing, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We'll see what makes it back to us right here. Wow, Michael Wilson, huh? Sometimes you just got to dig deep. Brian Robinson is certainly still not on the board. Stacks are overrated outside. I don't think that stacks are overrated in general, but honestly, in a tournament setting, wow, and we get sniped on Jalen Wright. Alrighty. Suppose that'll happen. Now you could talk me into Hubbard. I don't think I'm going to do Hubbard. I think I'm going to do Ty Chandler. Either Ty Chandler or another damn Dontavion Wicks, man. All right, we're not going to do that. All right, we're going to take Ty Chandler. Just hammering some running backs here. You guys are so funny sometimes. You do not need stacking and redraft. No, I agree. You do not need it. But in a tournament setting, I would prefer stacking because I'm looking for massive, end of the season scoring. But yeah, that was tough. If I could go back, maybe I would have gone Odunze and then hoped for Caleb. But I don't know. It's tough, dude. These rooms are tough to gauge. We've been in rooms before we get completely locked out of quarterback, especially in a boomer room like this. You think these two guys that just don't even have quarterbacks would just say, fuck it, we're going to go Caleb and Jaden Daniels, and then all of a sudden I have Tua as my quarterback one and like Stafford. But even then it's like, is that even so bad if you take one of those guys and you get like a May or a Justin Fields next to him? Who knows? I don't know. I don't think it's worth losing sleep over, though. I'm gonna shut up about it. That'll be the last you hear me bring up the Odunze Caleb thing, because 100% the way that we're building this team, again, we need to be strong everywhere but running back, and I think that we've done that. I think Odunze would have just kind of been adding an embarrassment of riches to an already embarrassment of riches, and we'll have some receivers we like as well here in a second. Yeah, I would have gotten locked out at quarterback. Yeah, exactly. We're fine. We're fine. What's the stake? This is $300. I think you simply have to go hero RB this year. That's not a bad thought. It goes Goddard, Gabe Davis. Has Tyler Lockett gone yet? We're taking Gabe Davis over Tyler Lockett. I don't even like Tyler Lockett, but that feels disrespectful. Marshawn Lloyd, Dallas Goedert, Gabe Davis. I got to go so far to even find Gabe Davis and Michael Wilson. Shout out to that guy. 1001 Michael Wilson, huh? How about it? I'm starting to come around on Ty Chandler as well. Seems like the coaches love him. Good offense. Best available player by ADP is like Chuba Hubbard. You did the right thing taking Kyle. That's what I think as well. I'm going to be fine. I'm fine. Yeah, exactly. Like again, you don't have like if I'm in a home league, I'm not going to cry about it if I don't have a stack, but stacking is good, man. Like stacking, people love to just be contrarian and say like that concept is stupid, and then provide zero research besides like maybe an anecdote from their home league of a guy winning a league without a stack. Like sure, you can do it without it, but correlating your outcomes is usually a smart thing to do. There goes Bucky Irving, Jaleel McLaughlin. Okay, these are sharp picks here. Chuba Hubbard. Am I an idiot? Like, okay, so there's still like really boring receivers that I'm not going to take, but is Romeo Doubs still out there? I think Romeo Doubs is still out there, as far as I can see. I think Romeo Doubs, Tyler Lockett, Josh Palmer are all out there. Now, in terms of like wide receivers, I'm kind of eyeing up. We're gonna keep hammering running backs, but Jalen Polk, A.D. Mitchell, Dontavion Wicks are like the three guys. If I can end up with like one or two of those guys, I'll be pretty happy. There goes Jaleel McLaughlin. All right. Or no, he already did go. And there goes Josh Palmer. That's that guy's third receiver so far. Yeah, if Dell fell back, that would have been sick, dude. I thought Dell was maybe going to get there in round 6. Because then you take Dell, you stack him up with Stroud, and then you're really cooking there. This is a team we can win with, I'm saying as well. Yeah, exactly. It's just like you don't have to in a home league. It's kind of wasted breath. Um Your favorite all season are both drafts from Sunday? I don't think I did two drafts on Sunday that were did we do two underdog drafts? Any effects from the Dotson trade? Yeah, just like Luke McCaffrey late, like nothing too impactful. Like you could move up Terry McLaurin like a half round if you'd like to. Outside of that, nothing else really does anything for me. Luke McCaffrey becomes draftable in best ball. Diami Brown becomes draftable in best ball. And that's kind of it. Ben Sinnott becomes much more interesting because if we talk through that top 2 target on your offense theory from Coupe Fiasco, Andrew Cooper on Twitter, he has a much clearer path to being a top 2 target. I will be honest with you guys. This minute 30 clock is no joke, man. We're in for the long haul tonight, man. We'll see. I'll probably end this early and do kicker and defense in my room in my bed, man. I can't be bothered. That is true, Cass. Ron got boomer tonight a little bit, but in a good way. In a good way. I like the way that this ended up. Is there some kind of RB advantage? Because why is Ken Walker over Ayuk? No, man. It's just we're drafted on a damn Excel sheet right now. Just join. What's the format to go for running back start? It is. I might as well sort of cover that. This is because some people might just be dropping by right now, but this is a 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, full PPR, 20 round draft, And that's pretty much it. There's no trades, waiver wire. So yeah. Yeah, you can bump up Eckler a little bit if you'd like to. 3-0 wide receiver teams in one draft room. Yeah, fun. Yeah, knowing what we know now, maybe we should have gone Bijan over Tyreek, and that would have freed us up to take more wide receiver detours where we wanted them. But what are you gonna do? It's not like this was such a running back heavy room to the point where like Breece Hall went 102. You know, even these teams that went super running back heavy and away from receivers still took receivers in the first round. Like in a perfect world, one of your first two picks are running backs, but at the 3, nothing came back to us. Would have loved Achane. Even with Tyreek, I think I would have, just in this format. There goes Lawrence, Goff, Freiermuth's off the board. Shaheed is gone. Is Tyler Lockett still out there? I'm not going to take him. He just doesn't make sense on this team, but I'm shocked that the Boomers don't want Tyler Lockett. Am I being an idiot and he went in like round 5? No, Tyler Lockett's still out there. Or no, I think I might be an idiot. Huh, or maybe I'm not. Is he just buried in these rankings? Oh yeah, he's just buried. I guess they just don't like him here. Yeah. All right, he's ranked 177. I kind of like that. Just bury him. Why not? All right, so Larry Hawkinson goes. Rashid Shaheed goes. So I'm trying to see like what the next best running back by ADP. Algier still hanging around, huh? There goes Judy. I got some ideas. All right, there goes Dobbs. There goes Judy. That's what we like to see. Come on, take Lockett, man. Just take him. No, not third round reversal here. Appreciate the bless you. Surprised Ron went Neighbors over Collins and Waddle. Yeah, it's just I didn't want to go Tyreek and Waddle. Which I think is like it's viable, but in like a tournament setting where I need to get like individual spike weeks for the tournament, I'd rather not do that. I've been trying to shy away from it recently. And then Collins, I just have so much of them. I'd rather wait for him to fall to me at value and kind of reevaluate where we're at there. Because it is like, I know I just talked about like, oh, I'm fine having a shit ton of Xavier Worthy. But I'm much more open to being super aggressive on like your later round guys, because they're not going to make or break your team, right? If Xavier Worthy busts and I burn a bunch of 7th and 6th round picks on these teams, whatever. But if Nico Collins busts and I burn a lot of 2nd and 3rd round picks, that's a big deal. I got 2 running backs I'd really like right here. Need more Superflex content? It's just not my expertise for redraft. It's just not really a format that I play much. Yeah, Sonat looks good, man. And now he's in there as a guy who could have like the 2nd most targets on this team. How much bench spots should be in a home league? That's actually a really good question. There goes Mike Williams. We are going to go with we are actually going to go with Algier here. Or no, am I an idiot? No, Algier hasn't gone yet, huh? Yeah, we're going to go Algier. Nice little handcuff. We're trying to get different archetypes on this team. We don't have just a straight like valuable handcuff, so we'll take him there. I know somebody was in here pounding the table for it. There goes Gibson. Azir's gone. Yeah, it is slow. I know somebody just commented that. It's slow as hell, man. Slow as hell. Trying to see something real quick. I have one other running back I really like, and if he goes, we're taking a receiver. You won't be able to sleep if I don't know who you went in the 18th. There goes Jacoby Myers. Let's see. What do you got? My drunker is Algier still available? Oh, he was available, my boy. About to start a Midnight Owl NFC from the 9 spot? Hell yeah. I was debating doing that one, but man, that would just be, I mean, geez, dude. That would just be tough. There goes Brandon Cooks. All right, we're going to take Ray Davis then. Boom. Ray Davis. Come on down, my boy. This is a fun 0 RB team, man. Wide receivers through the flex, plus Xavier Worthy off the bench. Najee, Tyjae Spears as our week 1 starters. Tons of upside in Charbonnet, Chandler, Handcuff, and Algier. Ray Davis could be a guy you could start. You said you love the draft value video showing comparison to high stakes to all the other sites. Is there any way you'll be making another later round drafts? Another 4 later round drafts. There's a lot of ADPs move. One of the best videos. Thank you, man. Most likely, I'm in works right now with my somebody that reached out who is good with like coding and APIs, and we're making a little. We're in the middle of it. It should be ready in the next couple of days, where it's going to like every day freshly update on like a homepage on a website. We doing the Patreon tournament again this year? Yeah, we will. I'll put out a message on Patreon very soon, like in the next few days about it. We will. Can you ask him to speed up the clock? No, that's not how this works. Good bounce back draft. Yeah, I needed to get it back in blood. I feel great about this team. Why Chandler over McLaughlin and Braylon? I just think he has a clearer path to being like, I guess him and McLaughlin are similar bets in that they can carve out roles in their offenses. I just think Ty Chandler, if Javonte went down, Estime is absorbing a lot of that work, not McLaughlin. Like I think McLaughlin just kind of locked into his role, which is fun and has some Darren Sproles type of upside. But give me Ty Chandler, who if Aaron Jones was to go down, he'd be in a Kevin O'Connell offense and be like a top 15 option that week. Jaleel McLaughlin, he's not an injury away. It's kind of like a bet on him as a player, which I think is like fine. But I have him in like a tier. I think I might have him in I have him like the same tier. Or no, I have him a tier behind Ty Chandler for that reason, pretty much. He's tough. Jaleel McLaughlin is tough in redraft because I don't know, like, he needs to smash super hard, pause if needed, to, like, be a player you start on a weekly basis. Because, again, like, an injury doesn't really do much for him. Like, it does, but he'll never be a guy that handles, like, 20 touches, and it's, like, very clear when to start him. I don't know. There's certainly some upside there, but it's just how I view it. You said, after seeing this room, I'm definitely going to try and get some drafts on RTS. You should try and get a promo code. Maybe I'll reach out to him. All right, people like that pick. Landing the plane? Yeah, exactly. We're going to land it. We're going to be good. Just found you loving the content. I feel like I'm a loser with all these other chads who have been watching you for a while. No, not at all. Well executed 0 RB build. Thank you. This is this is textbook. Hopefully, we have a couple of these 0 RB teams. Hopefully, one of these takes down 6-figure prize money, and then we use it in next year's video, and it's just an ever revolving door of content. We'll see, man. I would love to take down one of these top prizes, dude. It'd be so sick. I need it. But yeah, this draft is fun because it's been soft, and you had Kenneth Walker in the 3rd round, and I like Kenneth Walker, but 3rd round Kenneth Walker is ridiculous. But this is probably as close to like a home league environment as you'll see in a high stakes. But geez, dude, this minute 30 clock is brutal. It is absolutely brutal. I don't know. We might do like we might do 1 or 2 more turns. I might bring this upstairs, and finish it in bed. I don't know. I don't know how sad you guys would be about that, but I mean, minute 30 picks as we're sifting through kickers, defenses, fringe players. I don't know. We'll see how many more turns I got left in me. Pause if needed is my new favorite saying. Dude, that's I got that. Dude, that's from QJB, bro. Shout out QJB, dude. He's been killing it recently. It's very nice to see. I don't know. I don't want to be too negative, but some of these guys that we grew up on watching like have fallen off ever so slightly. But he got a big bump from college football, and he's been putting out content and stuff. He's great. I think that's him. That's pause if needed. I think so. Did your buddy draft your team last year and you went Najee round 3 and took Warren as your RB2? Damn. Hate to see it. I have 4 ties on my team. Do I? Ty Chandler, Tyreek Hill. Tyler Algier. Tyjae Spears. Yeah, that is interesting. That's a good point. We'll make the team name something around that. How much money do you plan on spending this year on drafts? I mean, you got to remember, like, this is my job. I can technically kind of write off this as well, which is sort of cool. So yeah, like, it's gonna be, I don't know, it'll be probably somewhere around like, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say these numbers out loud because it's gonna sound wild to you guys. But remember, like, this is what I get to do. But probably somewhere in the 10,000 plus range. Probably right around 10,000. That's probably like our budget. Forever stuck between wanting to gatekeep Ron and telling my buds about the GOAT for fantasy info. I do appreciate it. Which one are you? We're team number 3 here. We went Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Smith, Dalton Kincaid, Najee Harris, Xavier Worthy, Tyjae Spears, Kyler Murray, Zach Charbonnet, Ty Chandler, Tyler Algier, and Ray Davis. Fun 0 RB team. It's full PPR, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, redraft managed league. We really took round 6 Najee Harris, man. I really thought we'd never see the day. Damn, there goes Wicks. I would have loved to get Wicks on the way back if he made it. I couldn't pass up on Tyler Algier and Ray Davis in this build. Now, I am curious if I should take a backup quarterback or a backup tight end, but I mean, we already took, both of our guys are elite. I don't really feel a ton of pressure there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think that we need to. How much money would I have to win to stop doing fantasy content and retire? It'd have to be $1 million plus. I don't think I would ever stop. I do enjoy this, like, streaming to you guys, having just having, it's gonna sound funny, but just having a medium where I can talk into a microphone and people will listen about sports is a huge privilege, man. Like, having an audience that people care what I say is very meaningful to me. And I'll probably, like, I see myself doing this for a very long time. But I will say, like, where I'm breaking my back here, giving you guys like well-researched videos where I'm not just like rambling off players and talking on my ass. Like, I have well-detailed outlines for every single video, and we do daily videos and daily streams in August. That kind of stuff. Maybe take a little step back, and maybe just do streams, or maybe like 3 videos a week. Like, that's kind of all it would be. Like, if I won big time, the volume would scale back, but the quality would still be there. I'd still probably stream a ton. But this is in a Fantasyland scenario where I somehow win millions of dollars playing fantasy football. If I made like 6 figures, I wouldn't retire. And again, I probably wouldn't ever like truly retire unless if I don't know, if I had like a family, and like kids, and I decided, like, you know what, fine, I'll go away. But it's not very hard to set up a camera, talk into a microphone, and if people care what I have to say, that's huge. I could see myself pivoting to kind of more of a, like, I don't know, kind of like an all-encompassing sports podcast. Like, if I truly just had like FU money, I could do whatever I wanted. I could see a pivot to that, but I would still love making fantasy football videos and stuff. Again, the volume would just go down, I think. I wouldn't be, it's funny, I wouldn't be as hungry to like get to 100,000 subscribers and like keep growing and doing all this. I don't know. I will be honest, I'm pretty bummed that A.D. Mitchell and Dontavion Wicks went there. He goes Taysom Hill, who is a tight end in this format. Jeez, that's a interesting little wrinkle that I was not aware of. I'll say that. There goes Quentin Johnston. We're going to be quick about it, and we're just going to take Polk. Could have gone cute, maybe pushed him, but we had 3 receivers we really wanted. 2 of them already went. We're not going to get too cute there. I got to be honest, I don't have a single player that I like really want right now. Josh Downs went. I was like, maybe we'll get Josh Downs. No, sir. Kamani Vidal did go. Estime went. Tyrone Tracy went. Geez, now we're getting into the dumpster diving area of this whole thing. Let's see. Damn, I was looking at Kendre as well. Let's see. Khalil Herbert is gone. This might be Jordan Mason territory. Seems like he's one of the hot names right now. Unless if he already went. Nope, he did not go. It's Jermaine Bernard. We're going to take Jordan Mason. It seems like he's one of the hot names right now that people keep taking. I don't really know what else we would do. Yeah, let's do Jordan Mason. Why not? Oh, already? Yeah, let's do that. Give me Jordan Mason. Not really any other. I mean, after Polk, I mean, maybe talking to like one more rookie receiver. See what comes back. We'll do one more turn for the people. I'm going to shrink this down to like here. You said I love the trenches. These late picks are riveting. Yeah, that's. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm trying to make this watchable. You got Jefferson to fall to at 109. Damn. Is there a case for Pat Frymuth being your starting tight end after going running back heavy? Yeah, I think you could do that if you want to. Remember the days when you didn't get the same viewing numbers as Fox News? Dude, we used to stream like, bro, like if you go back, I mean they're all archived on this channel. You can go to streams and then sort by latest, dude. That shit used to be a glorified like FaceTime where I would have like, dude, like early on, like 6 or 7 viewers. It's crazy, man. I will say too, I know a lot of you guys, I know I do get questions all the time of like, I really want to start content. How do I do it? Like, just do it, man. Like, the earlier, it simply snowballs, and it is fucking awful to get through at first, right? You're going to have nobody that cares about your content, nobody that's coming out to your streams. You're not going to have a base, but the earlier you start, the earlier you'll have an audience that cares and watches and stuff, I'm very thankful that I started when I was 19. You give a brief synopsis on Najee. He had his best year last year in terms of like missed tackles forced and per touch efficiency. And now you get Arthur Smith. You have Jaylen Warren banged up. And Arthur Smith, when he's not the head coach and he doesn't have Desmond Ridder as his quarterback, he's engineered pretty decent offenses. Like he has had a top 5 EPA per play rushing offense 3 of his 5 years as a play caller. So if he brings that over to the Steelers, who are going to establish the run, they're going to get rushing efficiency. They've upgraded the offensive line, even though, I mean, Broderick Jones looks pretty bad right now, but they did get Fatanu. They got Zach Frazier, who looks good. They have a zone, I think it's a zone rushing scheme that Arthur Smith runs, and that's actually much better for Najee Harris than it is Jaylen Warren. And Najee Harris just seems like a guy, or geez, dude, I can't even talk right now. It's late as hell. Forgive me. Najee just seems like a guy that Arthur Smith, everyone's going to be shouting on Twitter, Arthur Smith is an idiot, he's a donkey, Jaylen Warren is way more efficient, he should be getting all the touches, and then he just doesn't give them to Jaylen Warren, and Najee Harris sleepwalks to like, 250 plus touches, double-digit touchdowns, and it's just an absolute smash. And if he gets, I love Jaylen Warren myself, but if Jaylen Warren has a pulled hamstring and Najee is now kind of getting some time to kind of box out Jaylen from the lead back role, I mean, that's really interesting. Saying audio's cutting in and out? Please no. Say it isn't so. You're scaring me. Yeah, I'd have a Chipotle in my house. Yeah, golf channel. I would have a golf channel as well. What's the point of a 0RB build, and would it work in a home league? It'd work in a home league. The whole idea is just the way that the board falls to you and just being able to work off of that. If your home league is full or half PPR and you can start twice as many wide receivers as running backs, then it'll work. So that's like half PPR, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, full PPR, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. But if it is standard, I wouldn't. And if it's like a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, I wouldn't. Like in this draft, I didn't go in saying I'm going to do a 0RB. It's just Tyreek was my highest ranked player. After Pacheco was gone, I didn't like any of the running backs, so we took Kupp. Then I didn't like any of the running backs again, so we took Neighbors. Devontae Smith was my highest ranked player, and now all of a sudden we have 4 straight wide receivers, a tight end, and now we're doing 0RB and kind of getting into that mindset. Wow, I do appreciate that, man. You said you're the GOAT. Once a certain wave finds you, you're going to the moon in mainstream media. We'll see. But I will say I do enjoy this little corner of the internet that we got here, man. We got it good right now, is what I'll say. I like this little sweet spot we're in. Michael Wilson's gone. I mean, Greg Dortch is decent, but we took 4 straight receivers. If I'm ever starting Greg Dortch in the flex, we're probably in trouble. I don't know. I don't know if Greg Dortch is going to do much for us. Why is Achane taking over Pacheco despite it being Mostert's backfield? I love Achane a lot, and I talk about it a lot on this channel. I get that it's scary and it's like it's a split backfield, it's this, it's that, but he's like genuinely had one of the most efficient seasons of all time. And generally speaking, we see the biggest bump in volume happen from year 1 to year 2 for running backs. Achane's going into year 2. Raheem Mostert's 32 years old. Like, historically speaking, this would be kind of the passing of baton for Devon Achane to be the main running back. And there's also a lot of meat left on the bone with him as a receiver. He could get a lot of receptions out of the backfield. They could line him up out wide like they've been doing in preseason. And if he's as efficient as he was per touch, or even not as efficient, but like special, he's very similar to early season Alvin Kamara. And I don't want to get too caught up in, how many heads are in this backfield, how does he get to 20 touches, whatever. I just know that he's a talented player and a good offense, and we know that running backs from year 1 to year 2 make a huge jump. And if he makes a huge jump on 17 points per game that he did as the second fiddle back to Raheem Mostert, there's still a lot of upside here. So I just want, I've been drafting a lot of Achane. If he made it back to us here, I would have taken him even with Tyreek Hill. I'm trying to get Achane anywhere I can, really. What else we got? Dynasty Superflex 10-man. Thinking of going a pair of Kyler with Caleb or A-Rich. Thoughts on which pair? I would rank those quarterbacks, I think, like Caleb, Kyler, Richardson, even though I think that Richardson's probably higher by ADP. But that's how I would do it. But I think Caleb's a smash in Dynasty. I'm upset that I never got a share of him. You said you have 30-man rosters, 30-man Dynasty, 30-man roster, not league. So you have a 30-man roster Dynasty you tweak over randoms. Favorite team on the board? Probably mine. How good is McLaurin? Like I said, I talked about it earlier. You can bump him up like half a round. Is this a 24-hour stream now? Can you use underdog ADP for a dialed managed home league? You probably can. You can. I don't think that it's crazy if you I don't think it's crazy if you print out underdog ADP and then kind of just use that as your rankings. Like, I think that's, if you want to go like a cost-effective way, I think that would be honestly fine. Even maybe not even like the overall, but just kind of like these cheat sheets where you have like a sheet, like an Excel sheet, and you just have like quarterback and like here's the rankings, and then you can kind of like separate the tiers yourself, and then running backs, and I think even if you think, okay, well, underdog's way too wide receiver heavy, I do think that we're missing the point of their running back rankings, wide receiver rankings are probably the most efficient across the entire landscape, if that makes sense. Because I think it is overblown how much like players get bumps because they're like high spike week guys. A lot of times we don't even really know who the spike week guys even are. Got to be honest, I have one player in mind who we're going to take here. After that, I kind of got nothing. We're going to go McMillan, who's a fun dart. And then maybe a running back here. You could talk me into something else, maybe. Like the quarterback's good. No, I don't want a quarterback. Tight ends, anything fun? Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry as a backup is kind of fun. Ben Sinnott might be a fun upside swing, but in a league that's not even like tight end premium, like I don't even know if that's even doing anything for me. Should we take Harrison Butker, man? Is Carson Steele even on this site? He might be. People want Carson Steele bad, huh? Let's think. There should be a pinned post on the Patreon that has the instruction / link to get onto the Discord. What do you guys think? I could go Harrison Butker here, man. I don't know enough about kickers. Trying to think. Shipley is gone. That would have been fun. Let's see. Does Subverta down like him? I will say it is pretty crazy that Hunter Henry's just hang. Oh, Tank Bigsby was a great pick. God damn it. That's a really good pick. Is there anybody that I can just spot as like, this guy should not be available here? No. How much time I got? 42 seconds. I'm gonna bleed this down. I hate to be this guy. No, we're not going Harrison Bucker. All right, we're doing it. We'll take a Carson Steele here. Round 17 Carson Steele. I don't know. There's nothing else really on the board there. Bigsby is actually a really good pick. Tank Bigsby was a really good pick there. That he should have never been there. I should have taken him over McMillan, to be real with you guys. I'm trying to think. Who's this last player we're going to take here? I'm going to probably get out of here in the next, 30 seconds, but I do kind of want to set up a queue. Huh, you could talk me into Ben Sinnott? No, not really a fan of Dameon Pierce. Dang, Tank Bigsby was a good pick by that kid. Let's think. I got nothing in terms of running back. I think that we're probably good at running back, though. We got Najee, Spears, Sharp, Chandler, Algier. I think this is probably going to be for me. Let's see. I don't know. Nothing at running back really does anything for me. People are saying Justice Hill, but I feel like last year we had J.K. Dobbins went down and Justice Hill did nothing for us, Dameon Pierce looks like he sucks. Might have even been behind Cam Akers. I've been taking some A.J. Dillon. I've been getting flamed for it, but I actually don't hate A.J. Dillon. Could talk me into Sione Vaki. I think I'll go with the tight end though. It's probably gonna be Hunter Henry. Man, there's a lot of good tight ends. Probably Hunter Henry, Tyler Conklin, Ben Sinnott. Sinnott go? Damn, someone took Sinnott. All right, never mind. So Ben Sinnott went, and then I'll take a kicker defense later. But all right, that's gonna do it. The final team, we're gonna take some random player, whatever. But Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Smith, Dalton Kincaid, Najee Harris, Xavier Worthy, Tyjae Spears, Kyler Murray, Zach Charbonnet, Ty Chandler, Tyler Algier, Ray Davis, Jalen Polk, Jordan Mason, Jalen McMillan, and Carson Steele. I do appreciate everyone that came out here. Fun 0 RB build. I wanted to get some redemption after yesterday's draft. That I know that some people are like, the chat gave you a tough time. I didn't like the team either. But I like this team. Softer room than usual. Maybe we'll do one or two more of these this offseason. We'll see over on RTS. But appreciate you guys watching. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so this was kind of like to get you guys ready for your home league drafts. I have a fun video out tomorrow. I think you guys are going to really like. But I appreciate you guys watching. We hit, again, 1,000 plus in here, which makes it, you guys are going to get me in trouble this year, man. I'm trying to ease back on these high stakes leagues. But if you guys are going to put 1,000 plus people in my chat, it's tough not to do them. We 100% won't do it tomorrow. We're not going to do three days in a row. But we'll probably have a schedule of maybe every other day, something like that for these high stakes drafts. Regardless, appreciate you guys. Love you guys for watching. If you have Again, a home league draft coming up. I was drafting off of my top 200 cheat sheet. If you want access to that, that's on the Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. It has my targets, my avoids, my tiers, all that good stuff. It's the one thing I bring into every single draft with me. If you want that as well, it's on the Patreon. But if you can't support there, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.